The Green River quiet, serene, and seemingly peaceful, this river became the epicenter of one of history's most chilling stories. In the 1980s America, this unassuming natural landscape concealed a sinister secret. When bodies started to surface, no one could comprehend the magnitude of what they were dealing with. This was the beginning of Gary Ridgway's cold-blooded tale, one of the most prolific serial killers in history. Gary Leon Ridgway was born on February 18, 1949, in Salt Lake City, Utah. On the surface, his family appeared to be a typical American household, but this facade hid a darker reality. His father, Thomas Ridgway, worked at a slaughterhouse and often spoke about the grisly details of his job, creating a disturbing atmosphere at home. Gary's mother, Mary, was the dominant figure in the household. Gary both admired and feared her. She was controlling and often critical of him, sometimes humiliating him. Oddly, these behaviors only strengthened Gary's unhealthy attachment to her. He saw her as a figure of both beauty and menace. This warped relationship laid the foundation for his future deviant behavior. Gary's adolescence was marked by social isolation and emotional instability. The struggles of his childhood made it difficult for him to adapt to the outside world. Bullied at school and failing academically, Gary became an outcast. However, even more alarming were the early signs of violent tendencies. During high school, Gary shocked everyone by stabbing a friend. While his friend survived, Gary displayed no remorse, leaving his family and peers deeply unsettled. This act was one of the first glimpses of the darkness lurking within him. After high school, Ridgway joined the military and was sent to Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War. It was during this period that his interest in sex workers began to grow. Although the discipline of military life seemed to provide structure, his violent impulses never truly disappeared. Throughout his life, Ridgway married 3 times. His first marriage ended in failure, leading to divorce. To the outside world, he appeared to be a hard-working truck painter and a devoted father. However, Ridgway led a double life. One face was that of an ordinary man who blended into society. The other was a dark, deadly predator. In 1982, the body of a woman was found near the Green River. This marked the beginning of a long and horrifying series of murders. Ridgway's victims were mostly sex workers. He approached them as a client, gained their trust, and then executed his deadly plan. Ridgway strangled his victims and dumped their bodies near the river or in secluded wooded areas. What set him apart from other killers was his disturbing fascination with the bodies. Ridgway often revisited the burial sites, engaging in necrophilic acts, even as the corpses decomposed. Ridgway described feeling a sense of power and control while strangling his victims. He thrived on their helplessness, finding satisfaction in their desperate struggle for life. Even more unsettling was his continued interaction with the corpses. After burying the bodies, Ridgway would return to the sites, drawn by his twisted need to dominate even in death. Gary Ridgway was finally arrested in 2001, thanks to advancements in DNA technology. In custody, he confessed to 49 murders, though authorities believe the real number is much higher. Ridgway showed little remorse in court, often failing to remember his victims' names. Instead, he referred to them by the locations where he killed them, reducing them to mere footnotes in his grim narrative. Gary Ridgway represents the darkest facets of human nature. His story is a chilling reminder of the evil that can lurk beneath an ordinary exterior. Though justice was ultimately served, the terror he left behind remains unforgettable.